A 5-2 ball game here at Yankee Stadium. The California Angels are in town, and leading off for the Angels is going to be Dickie Thon versus Louis Tiant on the mound. And where Dickie Thon steps in to the box, and here's the pitch from Tiant, and that's an 8. That's a ball that's in play, 38. An in-play 38 takes us just past the hit range into the out range, and that's going to be line drive and caught by Willie Randolph at second base. Let's do that again. Line drive, second base, one away. Next is the leadoff batter, Rod Carew. The Rod Carew batted .388 in 1977 versus Louis Tiant. We are replaying the last 10 games of Thurman Munson's career. He tragically was killed in a plane crash in Ohio on August 2nd, 1979. Okay, so it's going to be a 6. That's tough. And it's a 70. A tough 70 takes us to the out range. And that's going to be a ground ball hit at Bucky Dent. Bucky Dent, a couple of steps to his left, throws the first and gets Carew by half a step. Carew hustling down the line. Good speed from the left-handed hitting Rod Carew. Multi-batting title winner. Here is Carney Lansford, third baseman for the Angels. And that's a 9. It's going to be a ballpark. Ballpark is 1-42, and it's 23. It is a ballpark. And versus a right-hander, it's 1-31 for Carney Lansford to get a hold of one. And that's a deep drive, but drops in front of the right fielder Jackson. So Carney goes the other way and gets a hit. And next is going to be Dan Ford, right-handed hitting outfielder for the Angels. We are in Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx. You take the D train and you get here. So there's still time left. So if you're not far away, you can make it here. And it's a 5 patient and a 50. A patient 50 is going to be right outside the patient range into the out range, and that takes us to a ground ball hit at the third baseman, Craig Nettles. Nice pickup. Guns it to first, and that's the third out here of the top of the 7th inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. The Yanks coming up to bat. For the Yanks, you'll see Nettles, Mercer, and Randolph against lefty Dave LaRoche, who's in for in relief of the starting pitcher Don Acey, or Assey, however you want to pronounce his name. Not too sure. I don't remember. I think it was Assey, but all right. So here is the pitch from LaRoche, and that is going to be a ballpark. Ballpark for a lefty is 1-82, and that's a 36. So that is a ballpark. It's in Nettles' wheelhouse. Wheelhouse versus a lefty is 1-25, and it's a 92. It's way out, and that's going to be a grounder to Dickie Thon. Dickie Thon up with it and throws out Nettles for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Now, Thurman Munson won Rookie of the Year in 1970, had a .292 career batting average, played 11 seasons for the Yanks. I think earlier I may have said 15, but I'm making that correction because his number was 15. He perished in a practicing landings and takeoffs in a Cessna Citation at age 32. Also nicknamed Squatty Body besides the Walrus. And that's 5. That's patient against Mercer, a 58. A patient 58 takes us to the out range, and that's a fly ball lifted to left. Don Baylor out there. And that's out number 2 for Tiant. Tiant's allowed 7 hits so far, 2 runs. That's a 7. I'm sorry, that was Dave LaRoche. Dave LaRoche pitching to the Yankees. That's a 7 off LaRoche card. It's tough, and that's a 13, a tough 13, and that's a swing. Oh, that's going to be a ball laced into the gap. A ball laced into the gap, and Randolph hustles around first. He's going to go for second. Here's the throw, and he's safe with a double. So a 2-out double by Willie Randolph against Dave LaRoche. Just realized, started paying attention a little bit more to the game. And that's a 5 now. That's a patient. And that's a 12. A patient 12 is a base on ball. So Dent walks. First and second now. And that's a 4. That's a wheelhouse for Rivers. Rivers is a left-handed batter. It's a 1/82, and it's a 7. So it's a wheelhouse. Let's see what Rivers does with this. A 1-6 is going to be a home run. That's going to be a 38. A 38 is right outside the hit range, and that's going to be a pop-up to the left side. And Jim Anderson, the shortstop, he waits for it, calls everybody off, and makes the catch for out number 3. So the Yanks leave 2 on. Failed to score. We go to the top half of the 8th inning. Louis Tiant is still on the mound for the Yanks. He's allowed 7 hits and 2 runs. He's going to be facing Don Baylor, who's homered, grounded out twice and homered. And that's a 12. That's in Baylor's wheelhouse. Baylor versus the righty is 1-42. That ball's out of here. And it's a 30. That's a deep drive to left field. Back goes Mercer to the track, to the wall. Looks up. It's out of here. Don Baylor connects with a 4-bagger off Louis Tiant, and the for 2 on the day. It's a 9. It's ballpark. Lefty is 1-82, and it's going to be that. It is wheelhouse. Willie Mays Aikens versus a righty, 1-57, and that's going to be a 0-4, and that's a deep drive to right field this time. Jackson to the track, to the wall, looks up. It's gone. It's a 5-4 ball game, and it looks like that's it. There comes Bob Lemon or Billy Martin, I can't remember which, was the manager at the time. But it's a 5-4 ball game. Willie Mays Aikens back to back with Don Baylor Don Baylor hits a medium drive for a home run. So that was the second home run for Don Baylor of the day. Back to back jacks for Don Baylor and Willie Mays Aikens, and it's going to be Brian Downing. And it's going to be Ron Davis coming in to face Brian Downing. So Ron Davis, the 24-year-old right-hander, is going to get his warm-up pitches. He's going to face Brian Downing with no outs here in the top of the 8th. It's a 5-4 ball game, and that's a 10. That's a patient 50. Patient 50 is going to be a ball that's sliced down the line, and hustling after it is Reggie into the corner, and that's going to be a stand-up double for Brian Downing. So now the tying run stands at second with nobody out, and Joe Rudy, the batter, steps into the box, but it looks like Munson is calling for an intentional walk. That would put the go-ahead run on base. So I don't know if they want to do that. So he's getting a call from his manager from the dugout, and it seems that there was a mix-up with the signs, and it's 1-0 right now. But they're going to go ahead and pitch to Rudy, and that's an 8, a tough. Against Rudy, a tough 49. A tough 49 is a strikeout. So Rudy down on strikes. That was a good thing they didn't walk him. And it's Jim Anderson now. That's a 6. That's an in play. Jim Anderson in play, 55. That's going to be in the out range. A 55 is a fly ball. Medium right field, high fly. Reggie Jackson, in a few steps, makes the catch. 2 away now. And now it's going to be Dickie Thon. Dickie Thon against Ron Davis. Righty versus righty. That's an 8. That's tough. And a tough 80. It's going to be a fly ball, high fly. Mickey Rivers runs it down for out number 3. So the Angels get it going here in the top of the eighth, and they score two, and the score now is 5-4. Yanks are coming up to bat in the bottom of the eighth. Dave LaRoche is still in there for the Angels, and it's Munson. Munson is going to be is 3 for 4 today. He's single grounded out and singled twice after that, so he's 3 for 4, having a great day for Thurman Munson. All right, here it is. It's a 5. That's a patient. A patient 73 is going to take us into the out range. 73 is a fly ball center field. Disco Dan Ford out there makes a running catch. And it's Chris Chambliss, 8. That's ballpark. 0-0. That's going to be an unusual event. So we're going to have to, for the first time, I think, we're going to have to pull and see an unusual event, what that's all about. And I have a chart that I usually use, but I'm not using it right now. So we're going to go to the standard. I'm going to use the standard and roll 2 D6s. That's a 10 with the bases empty. Catcher is hit by a foul ball, Brian Downing, and we're going to check for an injury, and we're going to bypass that right now because I'm not going to sidetrack myself from what I'm doing and replace Downing. Let's quickly, we can look at Downing and see what kind of injury he is. So he's gonna be checked out by the trainer. He's a normal injury. He's gonna be checked out by the trainer. He's gonna try to stay in there. It's the 8th inning already, so he's gonna tough it out. All right, so Chris Chambliss against Dave LaRoche. That's a 4. It's wheelhouse for Chambliss. There's a lefty, 1-21. And that's a deep drive to right field, and back goes Rudy to the track, to the wall, and that's out of here. Chris Chambliss connects against Dave LaRoche. Got a hold of that one, and Dave LaRoche wishes he had that pitch back. Not happy. The Angels came back, and hey there, man, Stratmatic Delaware, all right. It's a 6-4 ball game now, but the Angels did score 4 runs after being down 4-0, and made it 5-4, and then and now with that home run off Dave LaRoche by Chris Chambliss, it is 6-4 here in the bottom of the 8th with 1 out, and he's facing Reggie Jackson, Mr. October, who's 2 for 4 on the day, 2 strikeouts and 2 singles. Dave LaRoche, lefty versus lefty. That's wheelhouse. And that's going to be Reggie's wheelhouse off a left-hander, 1-43. And that's a 94. A 94 is going to be a deep drive to right field. Rudy goes back to the track, to the wall, and makes the catch right up against the wall. So he robbed Jackson of a potential double. I'm not sure if that's going to, we have to look at the replay to see if that was going to hit off the top of the wall or it was going to go over the wall. But that's out number 2. And now Jim Spencer. And that's a 10 range, 0-3. That's going to be a hit. We're going to find out where it threw. We're going to look real quick by first base. What kind of hit? It's going to be a single. A single there. Hey, man, who's that? Let's see. Delaware is back. Just a quick hit for the light, for the take care. All right, brother. No problem. Thank you. Appreciate it. So Spencer's on at first base with that single. There's 2 outs here, and it's Greg Nettles. And that was I didn't even look at that. 6, and it's tough, and it's a 51. A tough 51 versus a lefty. A tough 51 versus a lefty is going to be a ground ball to third. And they're going to go the short route to second, 5-4, and that's the inning. So we go to the top of the 9th now. Top of the 9th is going to be Rod Carew, the top of the order. And it looks like Goose Gossage is coming in from the bullpen. Goose Gossage, the Goose, the Yankee closer. There he is. And he's going to face Rod Carew for the save here in the top of the ninth inning at Yankee Stadium. And he's getting into the game right now. Throwing his warm-up pitches, and he's ready to roll. And here's the pitch from Gossage. It's a 3. That's in play to Carew, and that's going to be a 66. In play, 66 against a right-hander. It's going to be a ground ball hit to Bucky Dent. Bucky Dent feels it to first, 1 away. Good thing they got Carew because he's got good speed. Here's Carney Lansford, a 9, patient. Patient 39. A patient 39 is going to be a line drive base hit. Carney Lansford laces one to left. And it's Disco Dan Ford now. We're going to see if Carney Lansford may try to steal. He had 20 stolen bases, and he does not go. And that's going to be a 6. That's going to be a tough off Disco Dan. And it's going to be an 89. A tough 89 takes us into the G6 range on a 6. It's going to be double play there, double play there. It's going to be a Bucky Dent flips to Randolph back to first. Ball game over. Yankees turn it sweet. Turn a sweet double play here in the top of the ninth inning. And they walk away with a victory. A pretty good ball game. 6-4. And the game is over now. It's I'll do the line score for you real quick, and then I got to go. 4 runs for California. It's 4 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, 8 left on base. For the Yanks, it's 6 runs, 13 hits, 0 errors, and 12 left on base. And Munson has a great day. And I'm not sure if he had 3 or 4 hits. I have to look that up. Let me bring up the let's see.